Yeah, this is Amy with her client, Luis.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Luis, how are you?
Right here. Still thinking about this. I know the time is ticking.
No, I just wanted to make sure that you looked at the termite if you have any questions regarding that.
Yeah. No, I looked at, I actually Googled the actual, the name and,
Okay.
yeah, so, cause I was like, hey, what's the, whatever,
So you called them?
No, the names of the actual parts, like, cause it says like, something tail, or grass tail. I was like, what the hell is a grass tail? And then it says basically all the little 2x4s that are coming down the houses.
You're researching. Okay.
Damn, I'm
You guys might have afforded this a little bit.
Well, hold on. I mean, so right there in the beginning, you guys got to let them talk. Stop interrupting them. Stop, let them ask the questions first. Don't start steering them and asking, what'd you think of the termite?
That 2x4 from all the way to the top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then how many are there?
That means they did the termites in there.
Yeah,
And
for sure.
So there's no like
on the grand scheme of this is all irrelevant, just so you guys know. This is, but I get it. If it's important for them, we want to certainly let them bend our ear.
2x4 from all the way from
but we're getting buried into the weeds.
The two little peaks all the way down. And then with that, I'm not sure if they even have to take off a little bit of the roof and then put it back. So, and then some of the panels are like the cross panel that go on top of it, and then the roof goes. So if they're gonna take that, it's like replacing the
whole roof, right? The whole top.
Yeah. So I mean, you could leave it like that, But if you already own the house, but if you're gonna buy, this is fucking.
So pause it.
How am I gonna have? I'm gonna have a bill of
pause it. So right there, guys, we haven't even made an offer on this house yet, and he's already talking himself out of it, right? So the whole premise and the answer really is, those are good questions. And again, I don't even know what we're talking about though. So I don't know, did the seller just give him a termite report and the buyers got it ahead of time? That's kind of a no-no. You don't want to get inspection reports unless they volunteer because it's a dilapidated home and they want you to have a good understanding of the condition of the home so you can take that into consideration when you make your offer. But that's far in between. Maybe 2 houses out of thousands of homes I've sold have ever done that, right? So, and what's happening is you're going to put up all these parameters and barricades around your client where they're not even going to make an offer on it. So when they go in and start nitpicking a termite report or something, or they think that they see something when they saw the house for the first time, those are great concerns. And that's why the residential purchase agreement is structured to protect you for the first 21 days. So when if we're fortunate to get your offer accepted, we will have plenty of time to hire our home inspector and any other inspection you possibly could want to satisfy yourself. Plumber, electrician, foundation, it doesn't, termite, all of the above, okay? So I just don't want you to get too hung up on this because the real challenge where we're at, we haven't even gotten to the starting gate yet. There is so much heavy lifting just to get your offer accepted. So I just want to know, is this something you're interested in? Because that's when the real work is going to start. Like we got to start strategizing. And as you said, time is of the essence. That's what he said at the beginning of the call. That time is of the essence. So we got to, if this is something you're interested in, we need to move forward. Well, I just don't, and I'm just giving an example. Well, I don't know because the termite said this and the termite said that. So I was thinking about coming in 10,000 less. Oh, interesting. Well, I just want to let you know, I did take the liberty and I reached out to the agent and they have 8 offers and they're somewhere around 30 to 35,000 over list price. So regardless what the condition is in your eyes, maybe this isn't the home for you. There are other people who value it at this price point. So if this is something you want to do, that's going to give you an idea of where we need to be. Remember, when we first met, I told you, generally speaking, when they get 10, 12, 15 offers, they're really only countering the top 3. The sellers and listing agents aren't looking to take on more work and countering all 15 offers. It's a lot of work. So they're only going to generally counter the top 3. I know that's what I do because I can weed out 2/3 of them because of down payment, FHA, if I have a cash, if I have a conventional, if they remove the appraisal, if they're going to make up an appraisal shortfall, they're all going to the front of the line. And if I know the other 8 can't even compete with that, why would I even counter them? It doesn't make sense. So I push those to the side, and now I'm focusing on the top ones. And what we're talking about now, you're not, I don't think you're in the top ones. You're down here. So I just want to kind of frame that up, that when you guys hear them start throwing their dirty laundry out, just listen, show empathy, show compassion, nod your heads, I get it. And then just say, you know, I totally understand that. I get it. We got to get to the starting line though first. So aside from that concern, which we'll do our due diligence if we get an acceptance, aside from that, what else did you think about the home? You got to keep them on that path. If you guys start addressing all of their questions, you're never going to get to the starting line. They're firing you before you even made your first offer. So you got to listen to all this noise and really figure out what they're barking about and show them empathy and just tell them, you know, those are great concerns. We'll work on that when we get your offer accepted. But for now, what other concerns or what are you thinking? Okay, let's go.
$5,000, and then I still got to fix all this shit. Like,
Yeah.
So that,
You're buying a house. It's not brand new.
I
that's the
mean,
thing that is. I mean, if it was like a car, that's okay. Fuck it, 30 grand, whatever. I'll learn my lesson. But 800,000, like, shit, I have to put some work into this.
you know what?
You know?
I would call the termite company and see exactly what.
See, I don't go down there. You're going down a no-win situation.
If the wood was really
Again, I'm not dismissing his concern,
Yeah.
but that's why we get seller disclosure.
Yeah.
And then another thing,
The sellers have to disclose if there's
it doesn't need
anything
to be
wrong with the
because
house.
I mean, it's solid. It's more like cosmetic where the wood isn't looking nice because they threw termites with it. But if
but
it
then
does
we
need
have
to be
to, we
replaced,
still have to, we still have to like, because they're not taking our offer. Obviously, they offered higher, right? Someone else.
we don't know yet. So I'm gonna call the agent and
See, so expectations weren't set. He has no idea what's going on. We need to tell more stories. We need to let them know what the expectations are. When you submit your offer, we're usually going to hear back in X amount of days.
Maybe I went too high. I should have offered 800. Like
in this market, I mean, if that's the case,
I know.
we might as well go. Yeah.
Might as well just look for something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm going to look for something else.
I mean, you've seen it. We resubmitted twice, and
yeah, I know.
We've been outbeat.
That's why I'm like, man, I want to wait till the interest go up. That way, there's fewer people. I mean, then all the cash buyers are gonna come out, you know. But,
Exactly.
But it's easier.
See how they keep talking over each other?
You know what I'm hearing? And this
See
is
how
just-
there's like, it's just a bunch of gibberish and they're talking over each other and there's really no clarity on what path we should go down.
because
Amy, and I know I'm recording this and I'm talking as though you're here. So, you know, obviously I would say these things if you were on this call, and I'm hoping that you're listening to this right now. So
let's get going here.
Huh?
There's people out there that's been looking longer than you have.
you see how her voice is very low too?
Yeah.
She's not confident in what she's saying because I know she feels like she's in no man's land. And you guys hear me say that all the time because I play tennis. So no man's land is you're not at the baseline hitting ground strokes and you're not at the net hitting volleys. You're not sure, should I go up to the net or should I stay back? And so you're in that no man's land, the big rectangle box where generally the ball lands at your feet. And that's when you're like doing these little pop-ups and that's when they put it away for a quick volley. So that's where you're at. You got to go to the net or you got to stay all the way back, but you can't stay in no man's land. That's where you're going to get beat up. And that's kind of, Amy, what I'm feeling right now is you guys aren't sure and you're doing this little dance. This is where you have to be the authoritative and you got to take control by asking more questions. When you guys ask the questions, you're in the power position. They have to answer those. And as you get good at answering these questions, asking these questions, You can start asking the questions to get them to the decision that you're looking for, good or bad. Either I want to make an offer or I don't want to make an offer. Either way, it's okay. As long as you know what they're, you help them come to a decision. But when it's this 50-50, they're kind of, well, I'm not sure. And you're not closing them on it. So they
Yeah.
don't put their best foot forward.
What would you say to what he said, Scott? Maybe
What
I should
part?
wait till, he said, maybe I should wait till the rates go up. Then there'll be less buyers.
It's
But
good.
then he shoots himself back in the foot. He says, but then that's when the cash buyers will come out. So it's like,
Yeah.
at that point, what do you say to that?
So
Can I just say something real quick? Look, right now I'm seeing the context. This guy just has been writing offers with Amy from what we're hearing, and he's getting beat like crazy. He's looking at these houses. They're all broken down. He's like, what's going on? Like, I'm not even close to what I want. Now he's talking to Amy and he's trying to talk himself out of it while he's having this conversation, saying it out loud to Amy. I'm looking at this. I'm looking at this. Man, is a good time? What do you?
So
I feel
here's the deal. This is the market we're in.
that
This is the price point. I get it. You want a turnkey home, and unfortunately, those turnkey homes are going for 150,000 over your 800,000 price. It's crazy. I get it. I know. That's why I'm saying this market may not be for you. If you're looking for something that doesn't need work, we're going to have to go more inland where the price per square foot is cheaper.
Yep.
And then we can get something. Maybe we should be going to Norwalk or Santa Fe Springs, and we can 800,000. I think we could find something good in there. Are you willing to do that? No, I'm not. See, I already know the answer is no, but I'm letting them know there are options. But if you want to stay in Long Beach or wherever they are, I don't even know where this offer is. But if you want to stay over here, this is what the entry level is to that neighborhood. You're gonna find things that are gonna need deferred maintenance.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Dennis, back to your question, I'm going to say, Oscar, when we met, your goal was you got to bring back why they are looking in the first place. When we first met, you said that you wanted to move out of your mother-in-law's or you're tired of paying rent. And so, is this the right time to buy or sell? Well, I mean, it really depends based on what you're telling me. I think it is. And again, in Southern California, the appreciation in Long Beach specifically was about $120,000 in equity in the last 12 months. So when you tell me that this roof is going to be too much for you, I get it. I'm not saying it's not an issue, but let's get a roofer out there and maybe we can get a roof certification, which they'll warranty the roof for X amount of years. Let's wait until we open escrow and let's see what the sellers disclose to us. If anything, even though it looks weird, if there's no disclosure of leaks or integrity of the roof doing what it's supposed to do, it's okay. And if you also make 120,000, maybe you're not gonna make 120,000 because of this last year was crazy. But if you make 50, 60, that'll buy you 3 roofs, 5 roofs. You're still gonna be on top. So I want you to think about home ownership and what that does to you. Let's not forget the tax benefits. You get to write off all that interest. So on an $800,000 home at 20% down, you're gonna probably accrue about $25,000 in interest in the next 12 months when you buy this house. You can write that off dollar for dollar. So if you're in the tax bracket of 120,000, you're going to bring that all the way down to $75,000. That could push you from a 35% tax bracket all the way down to a 25. That's a huge tax savings. So now I just went like, I just lost him. And now in a good way though, he's thinking like, oh man, okay. Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that. Most people don't know how their taxes work. But when you can drop nuggets like that, it's telling you, it's giving you credibility and you're the professional. Mm-hmm. And that's when they follow your lead because they know they're in good hands. But we all have to be bold to go ahead and do this. It feels weird at first, but I promise you, when you go off the deep end, when you see their reactions and how they respond and the questions they ask and the way they nod their head, you got them. Yeah. In a good way. You're not selling them. I don't want it to make it sound like we're trying to pull the rug from underneath them. This isn't a secret potion, but for the most part, I think your credibility starts to insert and they start going, yeah, I'm in good hands. That's all they want. They want to be able to trust you. They want to know that their deposit is not vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna keep the call going here.
It's not meant to be, you know, like all these fucking houses.
It's not meant to be, but you didn't even make an offer yet.
like,
Oh, he did
then
make an
you
offer.
Find out she's
I gotta
spent
know
money,
what happened
and
with
that's when
that.
You're already a foot in, and you're like, should I just go with it or not?
Go with it because you have
And if you
21
pull out,
days
you
to
spend
figure this out.
money on termite inspection.
Well, the termite, I have a termite guy that will come out and do it.
See how
Oh,
she's not
Termite
confident?
inspection, yeah.
We're
Mhm.
getting stuck on this termite.
The only thing you guys
Not-
will be
not-
spending on is the home inspection and the appraisal.
Yeah, because Scott, it's all going back to the same thing. I don't want to buy something I'm gonna regret and spend so much money. It's all revolved around this same exact topic. I don't want to spend too much money.
That's
a
where
lot
you
of
guys got to
money.
come in. You guys got to come in and tell them. That's why the residential purchase agreement is structured to protect you, the consumer, for the first 21 days. Sidebar. Yes, they might counter. Yes, they did counter us back on 17 days. Fine. We still have 17 days to figure this out. We still
Yeah.
have to get the seller's disclosures. This could be the least of our problems. I don't know. But
Yeah.
until you make an effort to capture the home and tie it up, you'll never know. So we could play these hypotheticals. Well, it may not be the right time. Oh, what else is wrong with that? We could do that forever.
Let's keep going here.
Yeah. So I mean, I think let's look for, even if it's in a Whittier and it's easier or even smaller, as long as
See,
He
I'm
wants
hearing
to be
it.
sold.
He wants to be sold.
He
He's
wants
just
to be
like, what is
sold.
going on? And I think it's because, like you said, the expectation was not set at the very beginning that this market is going to be tough. The cash buyer he's worried about, they're already existing. They've been in this market for a long time.
Don't worry about it. You can't control that. We need to focus on what we can control.
Exactly.
The outside elements are going to happen. Good news is you have me in your corner.
Yep.
That's the good news.
Yeah. Let's
Whatever's thrown at us, I promise you, if I don't have the answer, my team will.
Mhm.
So, but there's only one way to find out though. And we got to put our best foot forward. So let me go back. When we first saw the house, you wanted that open floor plan. Did we hit that box? Again, these are questions that I know he's going to say yes to. Yes. Did it have the turnkey kitchen that you at least wanted? Yes. I know it didn't have the second bathroom with the tub shower combo. It only had the shower. We could do that over time, and we kind of addressed that the other day. So that would be okay. I know you wanted 2 full baths, but the half bath or the 3/4 bath still works for you? Yes. Okay. And you still think you can do the backyard parties because you have a big family and you guys do your family get-togethers every... Yes. For me, you're never going to find the perfect house. Those are the major items of what you shared with me 2 weeks ago when we met. We hit the boxes. Let's put a best foot forward. Let me see what I can do. Look, even if you say yes, Scott, let's offer 830 and let's compete with the top ones. Oscar, I just want you to know, even if you say yes, we're halfway up the hill. We're not even there yet. So again, I'm painting this picture of like, you guys I've told you, we're going to battle. Even though you say yes and I get you to agree to go to 840, the other party might be going to 860. But there's only way to find out. And we got to dip our toes in the water. So you with me? Let's go. Yeah, okay, let's put it to pen and paper at 840. Cool. My real work is going to start today.
Mhm.
This is what I do best. This is the negotiation. So I'll tell you what. When I submit my offer, I'm going to try to extract as much intel as possible from the listing agent. I'm going to also ask my team, has anyone worked with Fred Smith with Century 21 to see if we can get any inside scoop on him, or better yet, see if they'll make a call on our behalf.
Mhm.
You right? So you got to start sharing the value proposition of our clout. You got to tell them, you have to tell them these things because this is what's going to get them to stay committed to you. You're thinking outside of the box. I'm going to see if any of my colleagues have worked with this agent. And I'm going to ask them to put in a good word for us.
Mhm.
We're doing whatever we can do to get our offer accepted at this point. That's what this is about. This is a guerrilla warfare.
Mhm.
And that takeaway right there, when I always preface them, when they say, yeah, okay, let's do it. I always give myself that space. I look, Oscar, I just want you to know that's encouraging. I'm excited. My work is just now getting started. So even though you're lifting your offer price and you're countering them at a higher price, just know it doesn't mean they're going to accept it. There could be another buyer who went 5,000 higher over you. And that's my goal, to try to figure that out. So at least we're in the game, but by no means are we crossing that finish line just yet. I'm giving me that space, because if I get the rejection, I don't want them, dude, I did everything you said, ... and I still didn't get it. You with me, Allison?
Like, cool. It's good.
Yeah.
Not so many repairs.
Not too much stuff. I got you.
And if it's repairs, I'm down, but that price has to come
At least
down
good
like
price. Yeah.
big time.
You know, maybe this market isn't for you.
Awesome.
Like
Sounds
that
good.
house.
So
Let's do this. Here's what I would say at that point, right there, because we're in no man's land.
Do
So
you
I'm
want to
pivoting.
counter-
Pause it. Let me do this, Oscar. Let me just run a quick CMA for you. Let me just show you what's selling in the neighborhood. I guarantee you everything is over this list price of 800,000. Let me run some numbers real quick. You have to show them the data. When he says like, oh, well, there's just too much work and we're going to find one better price. No, bullshit. This is the price range. This is it. The next one's going to be more than this one. And it's probably going to have more problems than this one. The market is continually going up, and the dogs on the market are even getting top dollar. Sellers are not even having to fix things right now. They're buying junk, or they're buying things that have more deferred maintenance than the last sale. Show them where the market's heading. Show them the numbers.
Resume it.
If I do make a counter, it's going to be lower, because I'm not even thinking about that 821 anymore. Now that I'm like, oh, shit, because I saw a few of them came out today.
You guys are the professionals.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
You got to tell them how this works.
And I've seen a few that came out in Whittier.
they're pretty good.
busy-
They look okay. They're not that big.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So I'm like thinking, wait a second, it's actually improving. So
No, it's not. Bullshit. Where are you seeing that? What's improving? What? The market?
so people
You're
not get
seeing the
tired.
homes go down?
There's someone.
He's clueless.
I'll
Yeah.
probably would have. If I go back to work, I'm done. Like, because I'm gonna be working like 5 days.
Yeah.
There's no way
Well,
I
we gotta
could.
we gotta find one.
Let's see. Hopefully something. If not, it's gonna be even slower, because then I'll be working like 5 days, and then
Yeah.
I'll only have the weekend to look up and get to a place.
I'll have to FaceTime you when we're doing showings.
Yeah. for sure. Or like fucking, like I don't even know what to do. I thought you kind of like.
I don't know what to do.
Sure.
That's
I was aware of
permission to tell them
bidding
what to do.
this much.
That's your permission. I don't know what to
And then
do.
not like
Here's what we're going to do. Let's hit the
down and
reset
take, like,
button.
a fucked up house
Let's
and
start
shit.
this over again. Here's what we're going to do.
I don't know. Like, I'm thinking now, like, fucking for real. Like, this was down to take all these termites with us.
Yeah. Well, look at your buddy that just bought a house in Hacienda. He said that he offered more, right? Like 50,000.
Yeah, 50.
Yeah. See, I mean that's common. And then he has his house.
She's trying now.
He's building equity. Is he fixing it?
A little too late, but she's trying.
No,
She's trying
he's keeping it. He has another one on Huntington Park that he's renting. So this one's his
nice.
keeper. So I kind of want
this
to
is
do like
his
the
house.
same thing that they're doing. So
Well, you got to get in the
this one's
game.
legit. That's why when I see their houses, and this is like maybe 2 months and a half ago that they got it, or 860, and with the pool and everything, it looks clean. And I'm like, fuck, what do you mean you guys are fixing? They're like updating whatever they want to update. You know, everybody has a style. Like even that one,
Exactly.
like right there.
That's called making it your own. That's just
Oh,
personalizing it.
I would
Paint
think that one
colors.
fuck up
rug.
all the tile. They're gonna be changed
back-
no matter what they
the
put.
back
'cause
house.
no, everything, even the front, like just so it can match all wood. You know, like the wood tile.
Oh,
looks
that would be
nicer.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the way through, because
And you
the
say
back part looks like a huge restroom. And I was like, hey, those white tiles, they look like a huge restroom. And I'm just like, yeah, you're right. You got fucking. So it's kind of like shit. And now I have to fix the roof. What the fuck? And my payment is
Well,
$5.
I would call the termite company just real quick and see if they can go run over by give them the report number
See,
And,
again,
and and they have.
That,
it.
again,
Oh,
you guys know this. This is my fourth time saying it on this call.
You can-
All
The
right.
residential purchase agreement
mean,
is
if you want,
structured to
if you
protect you
want,
for the
if-
first 21
you
days.
have some peace of mind.
That's what we do. I will have
Okay.
Brothers Termite, who I've been in
I'll see if
business
I-
with, that Scott's been in business with for 15 years, come out here and take a look at this. We'll figure it out. More importantly, let's see what the sellers disclosed on the disclosure report, on the transfer disclosure report, the seller's property questionnaire.
I do that. If not, I just keep looking over here. So,
Okay.
by 4, right?
You
So
can-
I'll let you know in another 15, 20
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah,
Well, 15,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
think
a no.
but.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, let me know.
Alrighty.
I leave,
Okay.
and then also, so then if this one doesn't work out, what time this weekend do you want to go out?
Saturday at 12? Right.
Okay, let's do Saturday.
Like at 12.
Let's do Saturday. Yeah, and then we'll do, I know you want to kind of stay in Whittier, so we'll look at just Whittier places for now. And
Yeah.
until you see anything else.
Yeah, sounds good.
See, Amy, right here,
Alrighty.
you still have a chance to save this deal. Do you really want to get back in the car Saturday at 12 o'clock and do this over again? Right? You gotta, and if you do, you got to reset and set the expectations so you don't go down this path again.
Mhm. The call's over.
You have to change something in the approach to get a different result.
Mhm.
You know, this is again, and this is okay. Look, I love this stuff and I want you guys to get it. This is why I get nervous when I hear we wrote 12, 15 offers in the last 2 weeks and we have one acceptance. I see what's going on. This is why I keep telling Hugo to tell them to call me so I can help you guys. Everyone needs to be vulnerable. I know, Dennis, you struck 15 deals. Great. You still don't know anything. No offense.
I don't.
And there are things that we can help you with to get you. I promise you, if you do this, even if it's a 9 o'clock text message, I literally verbatim would respond back to Ray and Edgar's text and say, here, they're in the middle of a counter offer. I'm at the dinner table or whatever. I'm in movies. I will literally write down exactly what the response will be. And Ray would literally cut it and paste it and send it to the listing agent. And then he would say, this is what they said, cut it and paste it. I would say, here's what you're going to respond right back with. Sent it. Boom, we got it. Like literally verbatim.
Okay. Awesome. That's good to know. I didn't know we could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Scott, from personal experience, when I listen to these calls, I can tell Luis is very honest with Amy. He is very blunt and verbal about how he feels, which is great. It sounds like he does trust her. I think what's happening here, it's like you said, Luis has concerns like anybody else, but he doesn't understand that these concerns aren't the real concerns we should be worried about. Like he needs to understand how the market really is, that there are buyers out there just like him. Only difference is they've been looking for 4 months because they were doing what he's doing, offering below price, getting rejected over and
It's
over.
a great story. That is a great story to let him know that what you're feeling and what you're experiencing is completely normal. The good
Yeah.
news is you have me in your corner to help you and explain this.
Mhm.
That this is what's happening and this is why we have to pivot and go this way.
I laugh because I listen, not laugh at this call, just I laugh because he just gave a story himself saying that his own friend paid $50,000 above for his own house and now is renting it out and getting another one. It's like, okay, well there you go. That was 2 months ago. We know prices are still going up since 2 months and we're still seeing it go up in the next 2 months.
Here's what he's thinking. He's thinking, but my friend didn't need a new roof,
I'm sure.
right?
But he needed to renovate the whole house.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. But
rented it.
you never know until you get into you got to get an acceptance and then the
Exactly.
contract protects you. That is your key. That's your hook and sinker, guys. Like that's literally it. You have 21 days to figure this out. And if you tell me at any time in that time period that this isn't the right house for you, if you wake up in a cold sweat and you want your money back, all you do is we put it in writing, we send it to escrow, they Escrow instructions then says cancellation, buyers 100% of their proceeds to be refunded. We sign it, seller signs it. I get your deposit back. We start this process all over again.
Look at our client Benjamin. I mean, he's your client that you and William were working. I think he was trying to buy a house in like 19 something and passed on it because prices were just too high for him. He tried shopping this last year and he still said prices were too high for him. And it's just like, you know why? I feel like when I hear that, it's because no one got a club, hit him over the head and told him, look, dude, this is what you're in.
Well, I hit him over the head with the club and he'll never buy.
There you go.
And now since we met him, he said it's crazy how much it went up 125,000 over 2 years. Well, shit, it went up that much more in 12 months.
Mm-hmm.
Now he is in a weird situation. I don't know what I would do if I was him, to be honest now.
So Scott, you know, when I hear this call, this tells me that this person, whatever their motivation is, whatever they think about the market, it's off. That tells me I need to sit back down with this guy and realign him and set the expectation like, look, this is what it's going to be like if we continue to keep writing offers lower than it's supposed to be and nitpicking things that we can handle during escrow and realize that if this is not the house we want, we have the opportunity to back out. That's why this is why we have these precautions for these reasons. You know, and this is where I throw my experience in. I explain, I've been through this scenario already. I've already had clients just like you. I get it. I understand where you're coming from. This is a big concern. Here's what I've learned from it. And then it's very relatable to them and they hear it. Look, Luis keeps mentioning his friend. This is like the 4th time I've heard him bring up his friend. Show me the house he bought. Where's it at? I'll show you the numbers. Okay, now I see what it is. Now I can see why he had to pay $50,000.
Everyone's paying $50,000 over.
Yeah.
Don't even get into the weeds on his specific scenario.
Perfect.
I'll tell you what's going to happen is Luis is going to go to his agent. And
I
his
think Scott
agent-
hit it best, the reset button. You need to reset.
Yeah, they're in no man's land right now. They're not sure who's on first, who's on second. I'm not sure who's controlling and helping and guiding this ship. You guys are the captains of this ship. You got their passengers. They paid a ticket to get on your boat. You need to take them to Catalina, wherever they wanted to go. If you're asking them directions, they're like, whoa, wait a minute. Where's my life jacket? Where's the emergency boat? You know, like I want off.
Yeah. I always read the room. I just look at the buyers. Just read the buyer. If the buyer feels like this is someone who's got 150 questions, doesn't understand half the time, is calling you all the time, just tells me this dude needs a lot of babying. I get it. And then we get buyers who are just, they know how the market works. They understand everything. And you know what I mean? It's just more of like, just guide me. Tell me what I need to do. This is why I called you in the first place. If I didn't need you, I would have never called you. I would have just done it myself, called you when I need to write the offer. These people are calling us for a reason.
Got it.
This is a great call because I think we're all going to experience this or experience it right now.
Absolutely.
So for Amy,
Yep, Amy.
I hope you don't feel attacked.
Yep.
I'm going to have this call sometime this week or next week. So this was very helpful.
Yeah, you know, and Amy,
Absolutely.
Amy, you know, I normally play with the kids' gloves. I'm getting bullish though, because I know you guys all have the capabilities. And so this is what it's going to come down to. You guys all have the equipment you need. Now it's just listening. Cause like when you listen to these calls, I know she's going to see openings in there. I know her skin's going to crawl on some of the questions she asked, and she knows, you know, she's been with me before. So she knows. Now it's just getting that confidence to let it roll off your tongue, Amy. Just let it go and just ask them. And again, this is why we do script practice. The point is when you're anchoring down a solid point, you know, your voice has to be very assertive. Like you've got to make it sound like the authoritative. If you ask questions in weakness, they read right through that and they say no. And then you're like, okay. And then you don't know where to go from there.
Right. Because she started off very high tempo, how she is. And then as soon as he gave his first rejection or rebuttal, then I noticed that her tone was totally different.
She felt defeated. She felt beat up. You can't let him. Yeah, I know. I get it. That's where we have to remove ourselves from the outcome, right? We got to come from contribution and understand, like, you know what? Screw it. He told me he wanted to buy a house for this. You guys will start to see the pattern that most first-time buyers, this is exactly what it sounds like. And that's why the more you do this, the better you're going to get at it, because you will be the authoritative and you will take control back.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It always, like you said, I mean, it always goes back to the same thing. It's our duty to help these people, no matter how uncomfortable it may get. Our job is to point them in the right direction and help them get to the finish line. That's why they're here. That's why they hired
Right.
us.
So when they say no or they say this, then what you just said is what I'll use against them. Well, gosh, I know when we first met.
Yeah,
So
tell me-
again, you're always using their words against them. I didn't realize, tell me, sorry, did something change since we last met?
Mhm.
Because when
Yeah.
we met, you wanted this, 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 and this. You wanted to be in Lakewood, Long Beach. I didn't know Bellflower, that's news to me. So if that's changed, no worries. Let's see what's in Bellflower.
This goes
Right.
back to LP Mama, guys. This is the reason why we ask these questions. This is what helps us get our job done. If we don't know this information from our clients, we're flying blind. You know what I mean? We're not doing what they think we're doing and setting the expectations. So it's crucial.
So here's the thing, because we got 1 minute. Whenever you guys have a call that is challenging for you, I want you to tag Hugo on it, and we'll talk about it at the next practice.
Yeah.
So when you get stuck, or they throw in a crazy objection at you, or something that you haven't encountered, or it could be something you have encountered, and it's just now you're done hearing those objections, and now you want the answer. What can I do differently? Let us all help you and save those calls so we can all learn. Because again, these calls are this is real life stuff.
Mhm.
We can try to simulate this as much as we want off record, but it's totally different with the live one.
Yeah.
So let's fail forward,
Yes.
as quickly as possible, because when I hear $800,000, I think that's a $25,000 paycheck. It's a lot of money. You do 4 of those or even 3 of those, you're good. You're doing
Yeah.
amazing, right?
Yes.
So you've got one, like it's right there. It's tangible. It's like, and that's the fear I put in myself to make me start doing things I know I should do, but I'm uncomfortable doing. All bets off. You got to go full steam, man. 25 grand is a lot of damn money, and it can change your world.
It's gonna cut off, guys. Sorry about that.
All right. Well, great practice, Amy. Thank you for letting us do that, and we'll share the recording.
Thank you, you guys. That was awesome.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.